Hey guys, I wanted to come on today and talk about turning a hobby into a business. So I want to just first say good morning and welcome to Morrison Legacy Enterprise. We are a LLC corporation, and I will be creating more videos on all of that as well. But today, my main topic that I wanted to talk about was to inform you guys that have a hobby that would like to turn it into a business. So let's start from the beginning. For those of you that are makeup artists, you drive Uber, you do lashes, you sell clothes, any of those type of hobbies can be turned into a business. Now, your question may be, I'm making money doing it the way that I'm doing it. Why would I need to turn my hobby into a business? Well, I don't think I ever really thought that particular way when I started doing my boutique years and years and years ago. But what I did know is that I guess my main concern was taxes. Like, okay, so when I turn it into a business, then I'm gonna have to start paying taxes, and then there's other legalities, and so that is a valid concern, guys. But what I will say is this: if you are running your business as a hobby versus a business, it's okay to ask the kind of questions that you feel like you need to ask when it comes to why you should or why you should not. So feel free to leave your questions in the comment area, and I'll up under the video, and I'll definitely be able to make another video to answer a lot of the questions that you may have. So let's break it down. Let's just say that you're a Uber driver, okay? You drive for Uber, you've been driving for Uber, and all of a sudden everybody's popping up with these LLCs, starting their own businesses. And you ask yourself, why would I want to start a LLC when I'm driving for Uber? Good question. So if you are an Uber driver, I used to drive Uber myself, but I did not turn it into a business. I started a tax company, and I also have my online store that I've been having for a very, very long time. But there are so many other things in between, and those will be in different videos. And I cannot wait to show you guys so many ways to monetize different businesses. Now, can we just first just get this out the way that everything that you're thinking that you want to do and the things that you're trying to do, you definitely have to find something small. Maybe, a little book like this, keep you a pen and write your goals and stuff down. This is I'm thinking this is my little okay, yeah, this is my book. This is my book to where I write down a lot of the thoughts and things that I have on other businesses that I'd like to start. And my goal is to on the back, I always keep the backs kind of empty on each page so that I can write down how is it that I would even scale this business, because everything to me is scalable. So when it comes to being an Uber driver, if you are driving for Uber and you're like, okay, I want to turn my hobby into a real business. First things first, okay? So let's go ahead and get a virtual office. Guys, I know you've heard of it, and because you're probably not really in tune with the verbiage, a virtual office is different than a virtual address. A virtual address will is something like a iPostal or one of those addresses to where it's just an address. Okay, a virtual office, once when they look when let me tell you one thing about it is they're going to look at the Google address. They're going to look you up in Google. The people that will probably be giving you money and agreeing to give you net 30 accounts or whatever, they're going to look it up in Google. You don't want them seeing a post office or an iPost or a FedEx or anything like that as your office. They're going to already know exactly what that is. So again, you would want to get a virtual office. So when I say they're going to look, we'll break down the net 30s, we'll break down lenders, we'll break down all of that. Okay, so let's just kind of keep it tight and sweet real quick. So when it comes to getting a virtual office, you need the virtual office for the address, and there's a couple more perks that comes with certain virtual offices depending on the one that you get. Let's just say for instance, you get Opus. Well, Opus, last I checked, which was very recently, Opus also reported it reported it to the business credit bureaus. Now I don't what I cannot recall right now is that if you have to have a in office, or are you just having a virtual office? You know what I'm saying? And so please, again, anything that I or anyone else tell you guys, please go ahead and do your due diligence so that you will know and understand exactly what it is that we are telling you, and you will be done, did your own due diligence and make it tried and true. Okay. So and also note that a lot of the things that I'm going to break down when it comes to business credit, that from time to time these things tend to change. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. If things tend to change, just go ahead and be open and forward enough to ask the people, the vendors, what should I do? I know that that's probably not a question that you want to ask, or a question that you'll think of. That's why I'm telling it to you. I am very much that person. If I don't know, I'm going to ask you. I don't care if I'm your mother, if we're in a relationship, whatever. I'm going to ask you, okay, what is it that I should do? How would you have done it? What should I do? What is it that you know that I may not know that could help me? And I always ask them that. I do. But let's keep moving because we're time is pushing. So once you get your virtual address, you want to go ahead and file for a LLC. Okay, you want to go ahead and get your LLC, but before you go ahead and get that LLC, you want to check and see if your business name is available. Just because you your Uber, skit name, or however you want to call it, is riding slow, you don't want to just go ahead and think you can get an LLC and riding slow. Riding slow may be the name of, some other company, be it bike riders that have already LLC that name, be it I don't know, the trike riders that have already LLC that name. So you definitely want to go ahead and do a Google check, do a domain check, do just different kind of checks, and see exactly, if that name is taken, and if it is, if you can add something on the beginning or the end of it, to just still go ahead and get the name that you had been going by. So get you a virtual office, get your LLC. For the most part, the LLCs, you just have to pay for the filing fee. Okay, and here in Houston, I do know that filing fee is like $3 something, if I'm not mistaken. It was last time when I filed mine. Secondly, you want to go ahead and get your EIN at irs.gov. Is that right? irs.gov. Yeah. Yes. So what, and it is free, you guys. When you go off in there and you check, I will put the links in the let me write that down. I will put the links in my bio, and I will put the links to several things off in there. So just check the area so that you'll see, links to where you can get it. People have, even me, when I first started at all of this stuff, trying to get my EIN and stuff, it was crazy. Because when you go in there and looking for your EIN, what happens is that there's so many fake companies, and they're charging hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get to just to deploy you off of the real track of the free EIN. EINs are definitely free. Okay, so after you do that, you probably want to go ahead and start you some social media pages if you haven't already. Start you some social media pages so that, again, when the lenders, vendors, and whomever else try to verify you being a business after you get that LLC, you definitely want to have a track record of doing exactly what it is that you say that you do. Okay. Secondly, let's just start from the beginning again. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure that we get that business name underway. Okay. Secondly, we're going to go ahead and get the LLC after we check the business name. Thirdly, we want to get a virtual office. Well, secondly, because once you get that virtual office, you're going to have an address and a registered agent for your LLC. And so, again, please do your due diligence and read up on this stuff before you just try to go all willy-nilly and do it on your own. Okay, and we will break this down in several other videos, so y'all just stay tuned. Go ahead and get your LLC, get that virtual office, get your EIN. After you do that, you want to go ahead and get your DUNS number. The DUNS number allows you to do several different things in the business sector as well. The DUNS number is almost like the DUNS number is like a social security number, as well as the EIN is, in a certain type of ways. They just go hand in hand. So when you're building after you start getting your LLC and stuff, you want to go ahead and, again, go ahead and get something like a website, or, at least go ahead and get that social media going so that they can verify that you are who you say you are. Thirdly, after that, you want to go ahead and get a phone number. uh, preferably a 1-800 number. You can get those 1-800 numbers through Ring Central, through Grasshopper, or through, there's several different places you can get that, and those links will also be beneath in the bottom of the video. So once you go ahead and get all those things that you're supposed to get, um, that's when you want to start building business credit. Okay, guys. So business credit, you always want to start with the net 30 vendors. That's the easy thing. The best way to do it, the fastest way to do it, is stack. What is stacking? What is stacking business credit? Stacking business credit is when you get companies like Uline, Grainger, um, who else is that? Dun and Bradstreet, Nav. And when it comes to Dun and Bradstreet and Nav, they're just like reporting agencies. Nav is definitely a company that you want to get, because they also report as a trade line. So you definitely want to get anywhere from 5 to 8 trade lines. If you're really going to go ahead and go for business credit, you want to get about 12. But you want to get Uline, Grainger, you want to get Nav, you want to get Shirtsy, you want to get Ohana, and several more companies. And you want to order at least 2 to 3 times in 1 month, so that all of those dates can report separately. Okay. Well, guys, today that is all I have. I will be breaking these conversations down in more depth really soon in other videos. So, guys, please go ahead and stay tuned. Leave a comment or questions down below if you have any questions. Also, I'll be putting links below the video so that you can just check back and share this video with your friends. Thank you for tuning in.